The boxing world is on fire after shocking footage surfaced of Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney coming face to face in a tense airport confrontation that nearly turned physical. Just days after Shakur's dominant win over Teofimo Lopez at Madison Square Garden, the new four-division world champion got into a heated exchange with Haney, sparking major speculation about whether these rivals will finally settle their differences inside the ring. According to several eyewitnesses at the airport, tensions between Shakur and Devin boiled over when the two unexpectedly crossed paths, and many believe it was no coincidence. The heated encounter has sent shockwaves across social media, with fans scrambling to figure out exactly what happened and whether any punches were thrown between the two undefeated champions who have been trading shots online for months. But what really happened at that airport and the words exchanged between Shakur and Devin reveal a much deeper story about the bad blood that's been building for years. Before diving into the explosive details of the confrontation, it's important to understand why these two elite fighters can't stand each other right now. Devin Haney wasted no time inserting himself into Shakur Stevenson's celebration after the Lopez victory, posting a simple but loaded message just hours after the fight, "I'm free." Those two words instantly shifted attention away from Conor Benn and placed Haney squarely at the center of the debate over who Shakur should face next at welterweight.
And it'll be a long time coming just because of the history of everything that went on, but I'm not going to 47, so that's why I really asked him what.
Haney's call-out couldn't have been timed better. It came at the exact moment Shakur was calling out Conor Benn in his post-fight interview, essentially forcing Shakur to acknowledge him. Many in the boxing world believe Devin knew exactly what he was doing, jumping into the spotlight quickly and strategically positioning himself as the biggest fight available. Sources close to both camps say tension has been building for months, with each fighter convinced he's the best pure technical boxer in the sport today.
All grow into whatever weight you're in.
All of us is close to the same size. We're all growing together. We're all getting bigger. It's only so many guys that we could make big money and people want to see the fights. Which, even though I know that they making new guys, it's guys like fucking Kermel, Abdullah, all these guys on the...
An insider who asked to remain anonymous reportedly said Shakur and Devin both believe their levels above everyone else. It's not just competition, it's personal pride and ego on both sides, and that's what makes this so explosive. The rivalry escalated even further when Devin returned to social media days later with a direct challenge, calling Shakur out by name and labeling their potential matchup the biggest fight in boxing. Haney tweeted confidently, "Me and Shakur is the next biggest fight in boxing. I want him and Keyshawn little bro, then big bro. I'm good with big brother first too." The post was a calculated move. It didn't just target Shakur. It also dragged Keyshawn Davis into mix, knowing the two share a brother like bond from their amateur days. That added another layer of tension to an already heated rivalry. Shakur's response was just as strategic. He quote tweeted Haney with a cryptic warning that instantly grabbed the boxing world attention. "Be careful what you wish for. Things might just happen," he wrote, a message many took as a clear signal that this fight could become reality sooner than anyone expects.
Still guys like Shakur, still got Ryan Garcia. It's a huge fight. See a lot of guys coming up. They make a new guy every day. We got Abdullah Mason, we got Kermel. It's young guys coming up, and I see them in the rear view, so I'm proud of that.
The heated exchanges on social media laid the groundwork for what will become one of the most talked about confrontations in recent boxing memory, when the two rivals unexpectedly came face to face. What happened next at the airport has the entire boxing world debating whether things nearly turned physical outside the ring. According to eyewitnesses, Shakur Stevenson was traveling with members of his team when they noticed Devin Haney and his crew in the same terminal at nearly the same time. One person who claimed to see everything unfold later shared online, "I was at the airport and watched Shakur and Devin walk right past each other. The energy instantly felt tense. Sources familiar with the incident say that instead of ignoring each other and moving on, both fighters locked eyes and the situation escalated almost instantly. People close to Shakur's camp claim Devin approached first allegedly saying something like, "You talk a lot online, but you don't want this in real life." However, sources from Haney's side tell a completely different version. They insist Shakur initiated the exchange by bringing up rehydration clauses and questioning Haney's willingness to agree to certain terms. One member of Haney's team reportedly said Shakur started talking about weight clauses and acting tough. According to them, that's when Devin stepped forward, getting face-to-face to show he isn't backing down from anyone.
I'm scared of, I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me? Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
For me, personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer.
Two fighters reportedly ended up just inches apart in a tense face-off, forcing both camps to jump in quickly before the situation turned physical. Witnesses describe the scene as chaotic, with members of each entourage holding their fighters back, while airport security rushed over to prevent a full-blown altercation. In the middle of the terminal point, one airport employee who saw part of the confrontation allegedly told co-workers, "I've never seen anything like that." They looked ready to fight right there. The atmosphere was so intense that nearby travelers immediately pulled out their phones, though most of the footage circulating online is shaky and unclear about what was actually said. According to sources, at one point, Shakur warned Devin, "You saw what I did to Teo. You don't want this smoke. Trust me."
I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy. Like, he like doing things with his hands down, flashy. I thought it was cool, so it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against myself.
Devin reportedly answered right back, saying something along the lines of, "Teo's not me. I'm bigger, stronger, and when we get in the ring, I'll expose you for the hype job you really are." Witnesses say the verbal exchange went on for roughly 2 to 3 minutes before security and members of both camps finally created enough space to separate them. Those nearby described the tension as explosive, like a fight could erupt at any moment, with both Shakur and Devin looking fully prepared to throw hands. One fan who captured part of the scene later posted online, "Just saw Shakur and Devin Haney nearly fight at the airport. Security stepped in, but it was wild. These two genuinely can't stand each other."
He's a stone cold killer who's just gonna go in there and try to knock me the out.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to outbox me. I'm the greatest boxer. How do you... So that's how I feel.
Not everyone who saw the confrontation agrees on how close it came to turning physical. Some suggest it was mostly heated words rather than an imminent fight. A nearby traveler shared it looked intense, but I don't think they were actually going to fight. Both had too many people around them holding them back. Regardless of whether punches were ever thrown, the incident has sparked massive buzz and endless speculation about a potential showdown. Boxing insiders immediately began dissecting what the airport clash reveals about the deep-seated animosity between these two elite fighters and whether it makes a fight more or less likely. Even promoter Eddie Hearn, who has connections to both camps, commented on social media about the situation, though he didn't confirm any specific details. The airport encounter has only intensified the conversation, leaving fans and analysts alike debating whether this simmering rivalry will finally explode inside the ring.
Devin's either going to win really easily or he's going to get knocked out. You know, the thing is Devin and Bill particularly are concerned about getting hit, right?
Hearn tweeted, "The boxing world wants to see Shakur versus Devin. Real tension between them only makes the fight bigger and more compelling for fans." Many analysts believe the airport clash, whether as intense as reported or amplified online, shows that both fighters genuinely want to face each other. Veteran trainer Teddy Atlas weighed in on his podcast saying, "When fighters have true animosity like this, it usually means the fight happens eventually. Nobody wants to back down from that kind."
You know, for electricity, I don't know if they will,
But I tell you what they will make for. 2 skillful fighters, 2 talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet side.
Big question now is whether the airport confrontation will push negotiations forward or make them even tougher. Sources close to the talks say the main sticking point remains the rehydration clause Shakur insists on for any welterweight fight against a naturally bigger opponent. Shakur has been firm he will only face Devin at 147 pounds if there's a strict 10-pound rehydration limit to prevent Haney from gaining too much weight overnight. One insider familiar with the discussions reportedly said Shakur isn't budging on the rehydration clause. He saw what Conor Ben did with the same rule against Eubank and wants that same protection for himself.
I get made then.
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day. And like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
Devin Haney has long resisted rehydration clauses, arguing that fighters should make weight and then rehydrate naturally without restrictions. Sources close to Haney say he sees Shakur's insistence on the clause as a sign of fierce suggestion that Shakur doubts he can handle naturally bigger welterweights. One member of Haney's team reportedly told associates if Shakur were truly confident in his skills, he wouldn't need all these clauses and protections. Just make the weight and let's fight like men. This disagreement over contract terms remains the main reason the fight hasn't been finalized yet, even though both fighters have publicly expressed interest